You're watching PEGRI TV, Rhode Island's public access channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Free Per View, our 1 hour special coming to you from none other than the Official Wrestling Museum. I'm your host for this show, Blazing Icon at Missy, and at my side over here is my co-host. He's the one, the only, Angel the Icon.
How you guys doing out there?
Now, today we're going to be talking about our Hall of Fame movement, what it represents and really brings to the table. I'm going to list what it stands for, and we can discuss more in detail after.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so often talked about for the Hall of Fame movement is, of course, Smile Up, bullying, Down syndrome, autism, troop support. It also stands for equality for humanity, LGBT support, because love is love, as long as it isn't inappropriate. Like, for example, adults with children, etc. And last but not least, it covers animal cruelty, mental health awareness, self-confidence, setting goals, making the right kinds of friends. And we really want to spread awareness to everyone about it all so that people have the knowledge and are not unaware of people's feelings. We want people to want to help others instead of thinking poorly of those who may be different. So before we start in-depth topics, I wanted to just say to those of you watching, a thank you. And if you know any places who may want our help in spreading awareness, please contact us so we can contact them or have them contact us to see what we can do. Now, since I've rambled on enough, I'll switch over to Angel and he can choose a topic to start with. Angel?
Well, you know what? This is great to be here on Free Per View. Like you said, this is a 1 hour special that we are going to put together each and every month from the Official Wrestling Museum. Each month's going to be a little bit different. We got shoot interviews coming up, things at events. We got some comedy things that we're going to do. We're going to try switching up a little bit just to give you guys a little bit of time away from the drama of your life. This movement is really great, and a lot of people must be saying, wait a minute, how can professional wrestling have anything to do with anything that you listed? Professional wrestling is so over in this world. This dates back centuries upon centuries, and it actually goes all the way back to Abraham Lincoln, inventing the elbow drop. You can find that out on the officialwrestlingmuseum.com.
Yep, we have
but
that.
There's a lot of different things that it does, but wrestling can go to any country they want. Bring in 300 people to work for the staging and the working the crews, and they come in for a month in advance, and they say, yep, you got the show, and boom, there you go. And they were able to do that. You get movies trying to go into these countries with 50 people. You have to wait 3 to 4 years to get the okay, and then wait a couple of years after. Wrestling is so powerful. We have been very, very big. I've been working 20 years, and one of the biggest things that I was, always about of is giving back, giving back, giving back.
Right.
So when we started these movements, we started with the Smile Up Challenge a few years back. It's going phenomenal. You know what? Let's make a Hall of Fame movement and really kick it off.
Oh, yeah.
One of the things that's kind of ironic is for us, we're talking about bullying. To have a wrestler come at you and say, hey, how can you tell me not to bully when you guys bully? And that's true. I can stand on the mic and say, hey, look, you want to step in the ring with me? That's perfectly fine. I'm going to wipe this mat with your A-double cooker, and there's nothing you could do about it. I'm going to beat you from pole to pole and top to bottom. Because let me tell you something, I'm the one and only. Wrestlers can say that. But we're telling a story. We're telling amusement for you guys to get away from the drama in your world, the sadness, the happiness, the work.
It's part of the entertainment.
Exactly. So for us to be able to talk about bullying, it's very, very important.
Right.
So bullying it's a big.
It's the biggest phenomenon right now. Well, not phenomenon, I don't even know the word for it.
I don't want to say trend or anything because I don't want to put any popularity to it.
But it's like a trend.
It's the biggest thing that's going on these days, and there's really no reason for it. And bullying falls in any type of way. any type of age, any type of gender, any
Yep.
type of thing that you're into. You know, when I grew up, you know, I had long hair. I still have long hair, folks. You know, I've done so much. And where I grew up, wrestling wasn't the in thing. Can
Right.
you imagine? It wasn't the in thing. And I started to work and wanted to know more about professional wrestling, and that made a lot of people not want to be my friends.
Right.
I'm talking about elementary school, and I get picked on. You know, my real name goes off the Flintstone character, one
Right.
of them. So I get ragged on with that. When I debuted, that was my first wrestling gimmick.
Yep.
And I knew all that hate that people were giving me, all that negativity that
Yep.
people were giving me, all this bullying. And it came to find out, you know what? It's that they need to look inside themselves.
Right.
And it's not trying to pick on them. It's telling you how it is. It's easy to bully people. When you're down, you get depressed, you're against the world,
Right.
you feel like maybe mom or dad at home is too busy for you, you might get bad grades in school, somebody has a different sneaker that you may want that your family can't afford at the moment. It's easy to flip on somebody else
Yep.
and bully them. We need to be above bullying.
Yep. Like the New Day says, be part of the power of positivity. You want to be positive. You want to make sure that you set
Yes.
the example for people who do bully. And if you do bully, then you know what? Just stop, because it's not right. But if you're somebody who sees somebody that's being bullied, maybe you can pull them aside and be like, hey, take a smile up challenge, because
Yep.
you really need to spread more smiles than hate. Than picking on somebody who may even be your own size. It doesn't matter. You don't
right.
pick on them. It's not right to do. They have feelings.
And to become a friend is very simple. All you have to do is ask.
Yep.
Say, hey, let's be friends. It's as simple as that. Why fight with somebody and make fun of somebody and always put them down? Or why be afraid of somebody when you could just befriend them?
Right.
Because think about it. You write your own story in life.
Yep.
You are your own narrator. You can make the direction that you want to go. So if you want to have a good day, reach out.
Right.
It doesn't make you any less of a person, any more of a person by doing it. What it makes you is just a person.
Right.
And that's what people need to start getting down to. It's really sad when I hear stories that there's kids getting picked on. We do a lot of school conventions and of rallies at youth centers and opening days and stuff.
Yep.
And this is a topic that we talk about a lot. And it gets to me so much when you hear these stories from kids getting picked on.
But
you
like
know?
our kids, even our kids, you know, like we don't delve into personal lives too much.
Nope, we really
for
don't,
the
but-
museum. But our kids, like I have a 10-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 4-year-old. My 5-year-old is just starting kindergarten and has already had somebody, and her name is Rain, like the actual rain that falls with an extra N. And people have already sang that Rain, Rain, Go Away song to her. And I was very proud of her teacher, because her teacher told them it's not nice to say things like that because it's like bullying.
Right.
And, you know, that had an impact on her. It also made her feel really bad. But to know that the teacher could stand up for her, that was pretty good, because the kids were bullying her.
Right, and we handle it in the way of the maturity of saying, well, don't go back and bully them. And just, no.
Right.
It has to stop at every level. Parents have to stop. The media is the worst thing. Everybody has
so
to
bad.
stop with this. And like you said, the Smile Up Challenge can stop it. Hey, you know what? Why don't you smile at me and take a picture today? And it can really stop the way people are thinking.
Right.
There's no reason to bully people. If you're having a bad day, if you feel that, hey, my parents can't afford the best shoes, I need to pick on something, go talk to somebody, your teachers, there's guidance counselors. And if you need a vent, you can hit up the Official Wrestling Museum.
Yeah, we're always
there's
here.
a million one ways to contact us on our website,
Yep.
through Twitter, it's on the ground right now, or Facebook. And if we're not the right people to talk to about this, we can point you in the right direction.
We sure
we
will
won't
try.
tell the world about it, but the
Nope.
fact is, we want to be there. And if you are being bullied, reach out to us as well, too.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to take the step to stop bullying, because in all honesty, there's no reason for that.
Right.
You need to be above it. Reach out and be a friend.
Right.
You know, it's sad when you hear, you know, a few weeks ago I read about a 9-year-old
Yep.
coming out of the closet to his parents, and he was so happy and so proud. He goes to school, he starts telling kids at his school, his friends, other people found out, they started making fun of him.
See, that's not cool.
Then he ended up taking his own life.
That's-
it's a 9-year-old
yeah.
boy. Because you don't want to accept, you're making somebody else feel bad.
Right. And you're
you
peers
have the
to
right
this child.
Right. And you have the right
Yeah.
to have your own beliefs if you believe or not, or like or dislike, but don't judge against somebody because
and don't voice your opinion so harshly to them. You know, it's kind of like a not talk behind their back, but just kind of keep it to yourself.
Right.
Even if you feel bad, even if you know, are like wanting to like harm them in some way, don't. Even maybe you need to go talk to somebody. Maybe you need the help or the, you know, self-confidence that I spoke about. You know, making friends. Maybe you're having a hard time making friends and you need to make better friends. You know, just instead of picking on that kid, maybe try to get to know them. I know a lot of the kids' TV shows nowadays, they talk about things like that. Bullying, peer pressure. My kids watched I hate to not make it wrestling related, but my kids watch a show called Andy Mack. Andy Mack is a little girl. She's a teenage girl. She goes to school, middle school. She has 2 best friends. She finds out that her sister is actually her mom and her mom is actually her grandma. So that's a whole big story. So she's got a lot of turmoil going on and she feels a lot of things, but her best friends are there for her. So maybe sometimes if you're going through something like Andy's going through, you may need a friend. And if you don't have friends like she does, you can always make friends. She made a friend one time. She thought it was a good friend. It really turned out to not be a good friend. But you learn from those lessons. And like I said, you really have to find out who's the good kind of friend to be around.
You know, they say in life you only get 5 real friends.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
I believe
acquaintances come and go. You learn from each experience. If there is something that is bad, if there's something in your life that comes across and you made a mistake, or you were friends with somebody and they did something wrong or weren't into, don't look bad about yourself. Don't feel down about yourself. Turn around and learn from it, because that's what life's about. Life's about learning. You're going to hit 1,000,001 roadblocks before you ever succeed. You know what I mean? Going back to that individual that took his life, the 9-year-old. He just came out of the closet. Love is love no matter who it's with. Okay? If you don't like that,
as long as it's not inappropriate. I have to state that continuously, because some people think it's inappropriate. I mean,
my day doesn't
some people
go
do
on
inappropriate stuff.
More or less because what somebody's doing down the street.
But the thing is, too, with that child, you said his parents were okay with him being how he wanted to be personally. And it's not something that you choose to be. It's something that is inside your genes. It's something that you were born with. It's something that inside your body, your chemical history, like your chemical or chemistry, I'm sorry, is what you really end up going towards. It's not something that, oh, I see this and he, you know, okay. It's just how your body matures, how your hormones mature. And your body changes every 7 years. So it's, you know, like a lot of people go through this, and it's like sad. It's not just little kids, adults, grandparents, parents. I know some people who are parents that are bullied by their own children, get beat up by their own children, can't get help for it.
I used to, you know, volunteer coaching soccer, you know, when I was a teenager at a Boys and Girls Club, and I used to see things, and parents used to be on them about winning and losing. Go out there and have fun. You know, I know a lot of people must be saying, this still, you guys are talking about something great here, but you know, there's stuff behind you guys for the museum, and why is it here? Well, this stuff here is just to show you guys stuff, okay? To give you guys something to look at while we speak. This is a show that's going to be played throughout the whole month, again on our website. And we really want you guys to understand what we're trying to talk about here. See this stuff back here? None of this would have happened if I didn't believe in myself, if you didn't believe in yourself, if the business wasn't what it is. And you have to set goals. You have to be confident in yourself. If you get bullied so much and being racist against for no matter your gender, for what sport you're into, music you're into, how you dress, your hairstyle. You know, I'm a type of person, I'll walk out and I'll go work a show in front of 2,000 people and I won't shave that day because I just didn't feel like doing it. It's not going to change who I am as a person. You know, and to go on and to keep going, and if I let all that negativity in my life, and we'll talk a little bit about that, if I let all that negativity in my life hold me back, depression would have started, stress would have started. And mental illness is a huge thing.
A big
And
thing nowadays.
people really need to take the time to stop and understand that people are reacting to things the way they have been raised, they have watched on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take the time to say, you know what, hold on. Let me think how they're thinking about it.
Right.
And work together. It's as simple as, again, asking for a friendship.
Exactly.
Taking a Smile Up challenge. It's as simple as that. They say the children, the youth of the world can change generations, and I believe that. I honestly do.
Yeah.
All we can do is talk today.
Yep.
All our parents can do is talk. Our children are the ones going to set the tone. And if you
Definitely.
really think about it, children started to play, all those shooting car games.
Yep.
Right? About what, 10, 12 years ago? When they first came out, a little longer than that?
Grand Theft Auto you're talking about, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yep.
And there was no real crime. There's really nothing. Once they got a little bit older, what started to happen?
Right.
And it's the trends with movies, with songs. Let's stop putting things out there to start changing this world. Everybody wants to jump on politicians, about our president. That's a whole nother story, okay? And I ain't for politicians and all that stuff. There's a little handfuls that might be decent, but that's about it.
Right. Even wrestling gets blamed for some of these things, though.
Yeah, but it's not them that controls things. It's us. We have that power. And I'm not talking about voting power.
Right.
We have the power to turn around each day and affect somebody's life.
Right.
You walk into a market. They did a survey with some of the smartest professors and students of some of the top-notch colleges throughout the whole United States and actually the whole world.
Right.
There's 3 most contagious things in this world. Do you know what they are?
Laughter, yawning, and smiling.
Close. Laughter wasn't on the list. And I was very
Really?
surprised laughter wasn't on the list.
I would think it was one of the most contagious things.
I thought so too, but it wasn't. Sneezing was the first one.
Wow.
Well, it came in number 3.
Okay.
Number 2 was yawning. And number 1 was a smile. Even if you're having a bad day, somebody smiles at you, you're naturally going to crack a little smile.
Yep.
And that-
Or think about why you didn't,
Right.
if you didn't when they did. And then maybe it might actually make you smile at somebody that didn't even smile at you.
Think about when you're at a supermarket and you hold the door open for somebody and
Yeah.
they smile and they say thank you. It makes you feel good.
Yep.
You do that to somebody and they're not smiling, they're having a bad day. They're going to start smiling a little bit. They soon might have a bad day. They're going to say, you know what, that person that walked in the market had no idea who I was, but was nice enough to smile at me.
Yep.
That's where this world can change. Now, I'm not saying we're going to be the reason that this world becomes a better place.
No,
because
but
the world's
we're
always going to be.
one part
We
of
can
trying
make
to help.
the simple drama, the simpleness of putting people down because of what they're into, to change it to be something great. When I grew up, I was always short.
Yep.
I drank my milk. It just never worked for me.
I'm short too.
I tried strawberry. I tried coffee. I even mixed soda in it once. None of it worked. Don't ever mix soda. That's bleh. But no matter what flavor, because I tried them all. But yeah, I know. But I did all this. And like I said, I always got picked on,
Right.
I was lucky to get into professional wrestling from Rocco D'Alessandro.
Yep.
Back in NEWA. I was
Great guy.
15. Yes. I was 15 for 3.5 years because back at that time, you had to be 18 to be in the state of Rhode Island. He knew some politicians and got me in.
There you go.
Oopsie. Anywho, and I had to fight my way through.
Right.
I had to stimulate, oh, you're Rock's boy. Oh, look, you're too short. But I took the time and really learned about what professional wrestling was.
Right.
How to play the characters.
Yep.
Know what fans wanted to see, what fans didn't want to see, what went over, what didn't go over. And I had to keep proving myself.
Right.
And you had guys bigger than me. And, oh, you know, Angel ain't going to get nowhere. He's nothing. Oh, why did you put the belt on Angel? He's going to go nowhere. Oh, he's some skinny little kid. Oh, he can't even look me in the eyes. And more kept going. And, you know, I started to sit back and say, wait a minute. I analyzed what I needed to be as a wrestler.
Right.
Let me figure out what's going on here, because why am I being bullied?
Right.
I'm almost 20 years old. Then I became 21, 22, and I'm still being bullied. I'm like, what's the difference? Come to find out, a lot of it is just jealousy.
Yep.
A lot of it is just people not knowing how to approach things the way you approached it.
Right.
So what did I do? I didn't grab a microphone and stop putting these people down. I reached out to these people that were on me. Well, you know what? Yeah, I do have an ace in the hole from the guy, you know, they got me in the business. But
Right.
you know what? I proved my way. Do you want me to help you with your match?
Right.
Oh, get away from me. Okay, no problem. Next show comes up, the same things. Hey, I just want to let you know that moved the news in the main event. Yeah, whatever. Kept hoping. They're like, you know what? He's a good guy.
Right.
It takes a little bit of effort from any human being in this world to make a difference.
Yep.
You know, this...
And we need to make a difference. We really do.
And to be honest with you, we are so blessed and lucky. The museum is going great.
It
really is. There's so much
As you can
great
see, there's
things
so much stuff.
coming.
We have so much
Like,
more.
We're going to be a part of so many events.
Yep.
We're getting buildings coming soon. We're working on that as hard as could be. Interviews galore, shows. And we came across, this is a talk show is what we wanted to do for a few years. And we did an online version of it. And it went over good, but not as well as we want. We found this building here. And I got to say, the staff here is unbelievable.
Absolutely
like, honestly,
amazing.
From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you guys.
We thank you guys.
If it wasn't for you guys, none of this would happen.
Yep.
This is our third show now, that we're putting on from this building. And if you guys want more information about our resources of what we do, contact us, because we can put you guys in line with this place here.
Yep.
Or we can put you in line with this place to reach out to your communities on how you guys can do talk shows like this. And it could be about anything to pass the right information out. Now, if this is boring some of you guys, I apologize.
Sorry.
But you know what? This is what's important to us. We walk around each day with our head held high, because we know deep in our hearts that we can make a difference. How many people go to the stores and they say, hey, look, that says $3, but you charge me $3.01.
Right.
And you don't do nothing about it. Do something about it. Speak up.
Right.
You don't need to be rude. You don't need to be angry.
Nope.
You just need to be confident in yourself.
Yep.
Children, when you're in school, if somebody's picking on you, have confidence in yourself. Hey, I'm going to pick teams today. I pick you. Me? Why would you pick me? I kicked you in the face last night. Yeah, well, I want you on my team. What's it going to hurt? Take the time, because you know what? There's always tomorrow. There's always a next day that you can try again.
Right.
And again. One thing that I was very big on, and it's doing charity work throughout my whole career. Anything that's charity, I'm good for. And it's pretty cool because in the studio here, they do something with the Special Olympics of Rhode Island.
Yeah, it's
and that
pretty
was a
awesome.
very, very big thing. We actually just reached out to them to try to see if we can organize a sports celebrity carnival. They felt that it kind of ran its course. But
that's okay. We're going to pick it up where it left off.
We're going to try picking it up. And hopefully in coming months, we'll be able to announce something special that we want to do to raise money all for them. And it's something that we always went to.
Yep.
And it always irked me in school when I was coaching at the Boys and Girls Clubs, or even when I wrestle, that people would make fun of, Down syndrome or autism. And because they might have looked different or spoke different.
Right.
To make it perfectly simple, they are 100% us.
They're
There's
human beings.
No difference. These guys, they're caring, they're loving, they're supportive.
Sometimes they're more fun to be around,
We need
in all
to do
honesty.
the Sports Celebrity Carnival.
Yep.
And our lines, and it's the same bragging.
Yep.
Being independents were longer than Patriots,
Yep.
Red Sox, George Foreman,
I believe it.
WWE superstars, because we interacted. And they always came, they always wanted to arm wrestle.
Right.
And it's pretty cool because here in the studio, they have a set for the Special Olympics. And one of the guys that's actually shooting a basketball was a huge, huge fan of mine.
Yep.
And they used to take 2 buses to any shows I was doing in Rhode Island and Mass. And he finally, he needed my autograph every year. He needed to take a picture. He needed to arm wrestle.
Right.
And he needed to talk to me for like 20, 30 minutes.
That's cool.
And I look forward to every year.
Yep.
This one year, he was on the cover of the program. And I always
Nice.
grabbed it. So he comes running over to me, and he was beelining to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, Angel, I want your autograph. I said, nope, not tonight. And he just looked back. He's like, what? I said, I need your autograph tonight.
Oh,
Took out the book.
cool.
He was so happy. But see, something simple as that.
Yep.
It wasn't because he had, I'm not sure if it was autism or Down syndrome that he had. It had nothing to do with that. It had to do because it was a human being showing kindness
Yep.
to me, showing
Respect to you.
yes.
Yeah.
And in return, I gave that back.
Right.
I don't see shades of anything.
Yeah.
There's not black, there's no white, there's no shades. There ain't no colors when it comes to me.
Yep.
It's you look inside yourself. So when people make fun of people because of an illness they have, or a
Right.
birth defect that they have, a hairstyle, anything. That gets to me because there's no reason for that.
Yep.
We need to start standing up for people. And when we hear this, say, seriously, you have nothing better to do in your life?
We do.
That's what it comes
have
down
kids.
to. You know what I mean? It really, really does. When we turn around and we see our troops, you know, and they serve our country.
Right.
You know, a good friend of mine that I went to high school with passed away.
Right.
One of my tag partners served overseas for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, when you see all these troops, you see all these people, and you never, ever see people saying thank you.
Right.
You see it on TV when the cameras are rolling, but you never see
Excuse me.
a thank you in a store.
Right.
Hey, thanks, man. Hey, thank you.
Right.
Nothing like that at all. And let me tell you something. You know, we talked about the mental illness and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
These guys,
Are the biggest people
they are.
in that category.
And I'm not saying guys just for males.
And I don't mean to
in
like
general.
totally like
You're
take
right.
you off guard like that. But I know a lot of veterans who have PTSD right now, and it is so crazy with the way that they feel. But at the same time, part of it is PTSD from being bullied by other people.
You're right.
Inside,
And that's what it all comes down
and
to
you're
is the
fighting
bullying.
for our country.
Right. These guys are seeing things overseas. You know, I'm not going to mention who my partner was or,
Right.
you know, who it is and stuff. So I'm going to try to talk in a little bit of code.
Okay.
And he has a lot of mental postpartum depression. I think it's, PTS, I think. I forget the, excuse me, guys. I apologize for that. But it's when something bad happens and you relive it and you rethink
It's
it.
it's the PTSD. It's the post-traumatic stress
And he would
disorder.
talk about playing with kids overseas
Right.
and playing soccer and football, and then all of a sudden, here's the kid, because that's what they're trained to do, is to go after you.
Right.
He's seen all this stuff. And I remember one time we were doing this show someplace, and it was a tag team match, and he's the type of guy that would just go on. I'm the I don't want to say the attitude of the team,
Right.
but I'm the one that tells it like it is, make sure things stay in check. Because, look, we've been doing this for quite some time. Me and
Yeah.
him combined, we're looking at about, I'm going on 20, he's about 38 years in
Yeah.
the business. You know what I mean? And he came up to me, and we're getting ready for the show, and we're all pumped up. And this promoter, he tremendously promoted us like no tomorrow.
Yep.
And we didn't understand reason for it. We honestly didn't. But he just pushed us like anything. And we were supposed to be the third match on the card, which is kind of like a calm down match. He ended up turning it around to being the main event of the night. The crowd was into it. Like, everybody had posters for us. There was like 1,200 people in the crowd, sold out.
Cool.
So we're getting ready to go out, and we're going, and we're hyped, and the team we're working, keeping kayfabe here, was for us, and they were good for the go.
Mm-hmm.
So we go out there, and we start working. I tag him in. He's good to go. Tags me back in. I go in. I hit a move, hit the drop kick, flip over, hook the arm, tag him back in. He takes over the arm. And all of a sudden, I just see him staring. And he just rolls off the arm and he tags me right away. He says, "What?" I'm like, "Wait, what? And he's like, "Oh, I thought you said something." I'm like, "All right, whatever." I jumped in the ring quick, started picking up, tag him back in because we're getting ready to do spots,
Yep.
what's supposed to happen. He gets in the ring and he looks again. And all of a sudden, he does a small package. 1, 2, 3, the match is over. And we're like, what the heck?
Right.
So, seeing that he's my partner and I know, and it had to be something, I'm like, okay, no problem. Let's go. Let's pop to the crowd. The crowd was
Right.
into it, but they wanted to see more, obviously.
Yep.
And I started to limp a little bit because when I got in, I floated over. I kind of jumped quick. So I started the limp, routine. So, of course, we go through the curtain, and the promoter's, he's flipping because he wanted us to go like 10, 20 minutes.
Right.
And we went maybe 3 at the most. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm sorry. Like, when I felt my knee pop, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I popped it. And I heard it last weekend. I wasn't even
Right.
supposed to wrestle tonight. I told you about that. And,
Yeah.
I still went out there. And he's like, all right, it's cool. So we went on, and the guy's like, are you guys cool? The workers? I'm like, yeah. So we're leaving and stuff. And we have this type of relationship, like we're brothers from another mother and father. So we know each other very well, and we respect each other. Mm-hmm. And we're riding down the street, and he's like, all right, so you want to know what's up? I'm like, if you want to tell me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it took me longer to lace my boots than we wrestled today, but hey, you're driving, so I don't care about
Why not?
that. And he says, when I had him hooked in the armbar, I looked down, there's a little kid in the crowd. And it was a little kid that reminded me of somebody overseas.
Right.
Looking next to him, his parent was a friend of mine. And he looked like a friend of mine that passed away in the war.
Oh, no.
And he left behind a child. He left behind, a wife and a family.
Right.
And it just instantly got to me. He says, and I couldn't do it.
Wow.
Now, we love this business.
Yep.
We've worked each other, and we have bruised each other up. We have traveled around the U.S. like it's no tomorrow, teaming and stuff. For us to call anything short, like I have got 2 stingers in my career. I have tore ligaments in my knees, my back's shot. He's gone through the ringer himself with injuries. And literally, we have left shows not telling promoters or anything how bad we were because we didn't want it to get to the next show that we're doing, later that night
Right.
or the next town over and tell them, hey, you know what, you guys injured, don't be here.
Right.
And we're hurting. We're bad. And for him to do this and to cut it off, I knew how serious it was.
Right.
And it's tough that these soldiers are like that. So I want, what we're going to do right now is we want people to take a look at this video that we put together. This is a part of the Hall of Fame movement.
Yep.
And the Hall of Fame movement is about a bunch of different series of things. A big thing is about troops.
Yep.
And saying thank you to them. So this is a little video that we put together as a part of the Hall of Fame movement. We're going to show it now for you guys.
We hope you enjoy it.
From underneath the trees, we watch the sky, confusing stars, the satellites. I never dreamed that you'd be mine, but here we are, we're here tonight, singing, hey, man, I'm alive, singing, hey, man, I am alive. Died and I'm singing, hey, amen, amen, I'm alive, amen, amen, I'm alive. And in the air, the fireflies are only light in paradise. We show the world they were wrong and teach them all to sing along. Singing, amen, I am alive. If everyone cared, nobody cried. If everyone loved and nobody lied. If everyone shared and swallowed their pride, then we see the day when nobody died. If everyone cared and nobody cried. If everyone loved and nobody lied. If everyone shared and swallowed their pride, then we see the day when nobody died. When nobody died. And as we lie beneath the stars, we realize how small we are. If they could love like you and me, imagine what the world could be. If everyone cared, nobody cried. If everyone loved and nobody lied. If everyone shared and swallowed their pride, then we see the day when nobody died. If everyone cared and nobody cried. If everyone loved and nobody lied.
So we hope you guys enjoy the video. It's pretty cool. We have some of them take the Smile Up Challenge for us at the end.
Yep.
Some of the soldiers early in the videos, those that passed away. The first one was the friend of mine, Matthew Serio. He's from North Providence. We had to put him in there. But it shows a lot that goes in it. It talks about a couple of different things, the mental illness.
Yep.
It shows about, the soldiers are fighting our country, and they come home to their children that has autism or Down syndrome. You think they want to hear people make fun of them?
Right.
Those children ran up, and you can see in the picture how happy they were just to see somebody else.
Yep.
There's no room for that.
Right.
Did you see the pictures of them carrying their friends on their back? That if they were going to be a bully, they would have left them there.
Yep.
They picked them up. Have the honor. Have the respect.
Yep.
There was a picture of a soldier. He was so happy to kiss his dog.
Yeah.
And another part of our movement that you touched upon, and whenever you want to jump in, you know me. When
I
I
know
get a
you.
mic, I can just.
He loves talking about the Hall of Fame movement, guys. It's a
Enzo
really
can
big.
talk and talk, but
Yeah,
you know what?
but-
He's going to stop for a drink. I don't need to stop at all.
He doesn't.
But animal cruelty.
That's
you know
a
what I
big
mean?
topic.
Why love the animal and have it be your best friend, but not feed it? Chain it up. Leave it out in bad weather.
Why do that? Like, what's the purpose of having an animal if you're going to do something like that?
Right.
I actually had about a couple weeks ago that we rescued a dog.
Yes.
We found it on the side of the road. It was just kind of aimlessly wandering around. Found out that it could lead me to its own home. It knew how to get home. It's actually, come to find out, not an outside dog. It's an inside dog.
That gets out a lot.
That gets out quite frequently. But to my personal opinion, to me, that's kind of like an animal cruelty, because why do you have a dog if you keep on letting it escape?
Right.
Why not put it in the proper things that you need to put it in, like a crate,
Pay
to be able to
attention,
go
watch.
out? Make sure that you pay attention, especially
And
knowing
accidents happen.
that they
It
had
can happen
a
more
child.
than once.
Right. But
yeah.
it just makes you wonder, on top of like the humanity kind
Right.
of thing, like you wonder about children. I'm
Yeah.
very big into, teaching my kids to respect others. We have, my mother-in-law who has a cat, and excuse me.
Yes, please.
And my kids have a thing with, and I'm sure all kids do, have a thing with pulling an animal's tail. It comes back to animal cruelty. Like, to
Yep.
me, that's animal cruelty. Don't pull an animal's tail. Don't pull on anything on an animal, because it's not right. They don't want to be tugged on, and you especially don't. So
You're right.
that's what I teach my kids with is do unto others as they would do unto you.
You're absolutely
That's
right.
something that I was born and raised with. I'm 34 now.
Yep.
And it's just something that I have always been brought up with. The other thing was, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything.
And that goes back to the respecting that you talk
Yep.
about and the bullying. The museum is about respect, relive, relearn.
Yep.
That is the motto. We want to gain respect for the business, relive the business, relearn the business.
Yep.
Okay. So
We want you to
turn
know
around-
that it's also, some
Right.
of these people, granted, they may have great things and they may have put on a good show and things like that, but some of these people were even bullied.
Yeah, and they will come
So-
out and tell you.
Yeah.
Bullying happens to everybody. So if you're being bullied,
Yep.
don't feel bad. Know there's people out there that A, is there for you,
Yep.
and B, has been bullied too. And probably your best friend, your parents,
Yep.
anybody can tell you they've been bullied, because it unfortunately happens.
Right.
Let's make a change.
Yep.
Respect is the biggest thing. And if you can't respect yourself, that's when the bullying can take over.
Exactly.
I have a motto, and we have it here. I am who I am, and I'm not what I'm not. So
Right.
don't try to make me something that I'm not.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we kind of change it up a little bit to I am who I am, and I'm not what I'm not, and that's okay. And that is. I'm a professional wrestler. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a fireman. I'm not a baseball player.
Right.
That is okay.
Yep.
I take care of my family. I love my family. I do what I need to do. I'm here. I'm blessed to be able to be a part of the museum. I'm blessed to be able to have 20 years in the business. Blessed for a family that I have that I love. That's okay. That's my story.
Yep.
It's okay for you to have your story. It is okay for you to be able to believe in yourself. Set a dream, set a goal, and work for it. You can set it at such a young age.
Right.
Or if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, it's still time for you guys to do it. And believe in yourself. It honestly doesn't matter what the person next to you thinks. You're the only one that can make it happen. You're the only one to keep going through that door. You're the only one that can say, hey, there's a roadblock. I'm going to go right through it. I'm going to go over it.
Yeah, you're the only one to create your path.
It's
you create the path you want to live.
Because trust me, if I let everybody get at me, there ain't no way I'm doing this show today.
No.
I am so blessed and honored to be able to be a part of the museum, to be able to talk to you guys today and take this to schools like we talked about and stuff, because we want to get people out there.
Yep.
You know, I've been bullied my whole entire life. But look, here I am. I still live my life.
Yep.
I remember I took my daughter to her first father-daughter dance because her last school didn't do it.
It was
a couple years ago.
amazing.
You know, we rolled up. You know, I got the limo for her. I got us all up, and one of my friends, and she happens to go to the school that I went to.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my friends was there with his daughter, and he says, "Dude, you never change, man. Once an angel, always an angel, man.
Yeah.
Rolling in style. Hey, man, I'm me. I'm not gonna change."
Yep.
He's like, "That's good, man." No, I don't
But
like-
our daughter
yeah.
had a great
And you know what?
time.
It's
She
not
was
about the limo. It's
so-
not about what I wore. It's about like, going out there and having fun.
Yep.
I
You
danced.
guys enjoyed
One
yourselves.
guy skipped, hey, aren't you Angel? I watched you wrestle all this time. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, just want to let you know that some people are taping this, like parents and stuff. You may want to watch yourself. It might make you look bad. Make you look bad. The hell, I'm doing the
How
Macarena.
can you look bad? Yeah.
I'm doing the funky twist.
Forget
I'm doing,
it.
I don't know what the heck because I can't dance.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm having fun.
Oh, yeah.
And you gotta have fun in your life. Don't go around being all in a bag of chips. Just be you.
Right.
It's simple to be you because you know you. Because somebody says to you that you don't know yourself, because somebody says to you you're not that good of a person,
Right.
because somebody puts you down, does not make you any less than what you are, unless if you make it that way.
Right.
Somebody that's out there that's saying this stuff, that's putting you down, that's pushing you against walls, that don't want to play with you, that wants to call your names, they need that attention because something is lacking. Don't judge, reach out.
Right.
And if they say no, okay, still be there.
Right.
If somebody is really bad and it's getting to them and they're like, get the heck away, I don't even want to live and all this stuff, still be there. Reach
them a
out because
give
you
them
could
maybe a
be
breath,
the
though.
yeah, give them a
You
little
might
bit.
want to give them a
You
breath,
could be the
but
reason to
just
see.
kind of like try to encourage to help them feel
You know,
better.
China took her own life. You
That
know?
was definitely
and
an
she
unfortunate
tried to
thing.
reach out a couple of times, and they granted one was at a funeral parlor, a funeral, and I believe the other one
But
was at like
sometimes people,
Access or something.
yeah, some people might not have the right frame of mind when they're trying to make that effort to reach
Right.
out to you. So that's why we say give them that extra second.
Benefit of the doubt.
Take the, whatever they have to say with a grain of salt if you want, but just listen to what they have to say.
You're right.
'Cause even an ear can be something to somebody.
You're absolutely right. It takes that split care.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Yep.
And it's the small things in life.
It is,
You know what I
certainly
mean?
is.
Like you can have somebody that you're interested in and buy them the biggest diamond ring in the world. Let me tell you something. If you go over and you wipe the hair out of their face, it means more. If you reach out to somebody and say, "Hey, great game today," and you guys lost, "Oh, I lost." What the? Hey, dude, did you see how you played though? You can change anything negative into positive.
Right.
It's that easy. This Smile Up Challenge is something that I just, it was created. You talked about the Ice Bucket Challenge, and the idea about that was if you didn't take the challenge, you had to pay out money to this charity.
Right.
If you took the challenge, you didn't have to challenge other people. You had to dump water over your head.
But it makes you wonder, did they really get paid?
Right.
Because you really don't know. Did somebody or did somebody not take a challenge? Were they challenged or not challenged? Or
There's-
challenged? You know what I
there's
mean?
these people running on the side of a car taking these challenges and doing
I
all these
see
crazy
people
things.
in
This
videos
is a
getting hit
challenge.
by cars doing stuff like that. Why would you do that to yourself?
This is a challenge that anybody can do.
Anybody.
You wake up and you take a morning selfie, an afternoon selfie, what I'm eating for dinner selfie,
Look
a
at all these
bedtime
people.
selfie. You take all these
All it
different
is
selfies.
is a selfie.
Smile with your thumb up. Challenge your friends. challenge your family members to
Yeah.
do the same thing. Spread more smiles than hate in this world. It can start with you. Someone can see that picture a month from now and smile about that. Say, you know what? I want to do it too.
And we want this trend to be something that it is a trend.
Yeah.
We want it to live on forever, though.
And tag us and let us know, because we'll plug you
We
on our
wanna
site. But you
know.
know what, though? If this trend goes on forever and we get no recognition of it, that's perfectly okay.
Because we know that the trend got over.
We just want to start changing this world.
Yep.
We want more people to be happy. Let me tell you something. I go to shows, and sometimes I'm the biggest heel on that show. But you know what, though? I'm thankful for everybody that's there. And when I'm leaving, thank you very much for being
Yep.
there. I'll sign an autograph for kids. I'll do whatever and have a smile. And they're like, wow, I never thought you would be like that. The first time hearing about this. You got guys on here that we didn't have to beg or ask. They wanted to. Hey, you got that job. I want to do it. Jeff Hardy, John Cena, Mojo Rawley, Jack Swagger, Braun Strowman.
We even
Lin-
have Kevin Sussman, who plays
Yep.
Stuart from The Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
There is Braun Strowman, Darren
Yep.
Young. I mean, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Jack Swagger.
We have Cousin It.
Jason David
the original
Frank,
Cousin It.
the
There are
original
so
Green Power
many.
Ranger. Like, it's
Kevin
so
Owens,
many people.
Not Kevin Owens, I'm sorry. Kofi Kingston. These people wanted to take up, and you can go to our site and you can see these pictures.
They're all on there.
Bailey. These people wanted to be a part of this to get this message out. And then they have contacted us later. You know what? We hear about this at
Yep.
shows. People are asking us, hey, would you take this with us?
That's awesome.
It's like, yeah, we'll take it.
Yep.
And they hit us up and they tell us about it. I'm like, awesome. And they're like, did you get the picture? I'm like, no. I said, but if I see it, cool. If not, I don't care.
Right.
Because when you're trying to be a better person, you don't need the rewards.
Right.
You don't need title belts for shows. You don't need to be the main event of every single thing you do. You just need to be you. And you is good enough for everything in this world. Have faith. Believe in yourself. The Smile Up Challenge is so easy. And like I said, everybody takes these selfies.
Yep.
Smile with your thumb up. In fact, I want to challenge every viewer to do that. Every viewer to go off and take a Smile Up challenge. If
Tag
you're-
us on the
Yes.
on Facebook. Tag us on Twitter, Instagram.
We'll plug you on our social
Yep,
media.
we definitely
we'll give
will.
you the props. You can have us
We
say,
can add you to
hey,
the
we want
website."
you to call me this, and we'll plug it for you.
We will.
We'll put it on the website. If you're in the schools, challenge the other sports teams. If you're going out,
You don't even have to challenge the other sports
No.
team. A school can challenge a school.
Yep.
A school
football
can challenge
game. You have to go
a
out there
mayor.
and flip the coin. Say, you know what? Before we flip the coin, I want to challenge you guys to a Smile Up challenge.
Yep, do a challenge before.
And do it right then and there. And they're like, what? If they don't know it, explain it to them.
And it only
Sure.
takes 2 seconds
Yeah.
to explain it.
This
All you
is the
have to do
stuff.
is tell somebody, this is all it is.
And it's not that we're trying to get it out there to get fame and glory.
No.
We just said we don't want that.
We want to
something
spread
simple.
the
And
love.
A smile is the easiest, the most contagious thing, like I already said.
Yep.
It's been proven in this world.
Yep.
You know, we
Could talk about it
we
all
can.
day, in all honesty.
excuse me,
But
folks.
we are going to tell you about some of these fabulous
Yes.
things that we have here.
Excuse me.
Some people have not always been so great in getting, autographs or having donated ring-worn gear, etc. So it's kind of hard to say that we haven't been bullied with things like that. So it definitely has been a challenge, but in more so for the reasons of thinking that we're going to sell them.
Right.
It's not, it's kind of like they don't listen to what we have to say before we have to say it. So,
And that's a form of kind of bullying.
yeah.
And not in the sense that they want to bully us, but it's because of actions that's been done to them
Right.
by other people. It's easy to just
Think the worst
think
and
of that
think
and everybody
poorly of
else.
others,
So
like
what
I
do
said.
you do? Do you talk negative about them? No. You change it and you prove and you make it something positive.
Right.
You know, we have, like you said, a bunch of the stuff. This rocking chair right here, she actually made this custom chair. She took a few hours to paint it all. That same night, the Wyatt family signed it. Bray actually said this was the very first time they actually signed a rocking chair. The first time that all three signed the same item.
Yep.
And they were like, they loved it.
Yeah.
This is something of being unique. This is something about being different.
Yeah.
This isn't, hey, let me grab
And this
an
is one
action
of my
figure to
favorite
get
pieces
signed.
too.
This is, let me make something. And it's just like anything else in this world.
Right.
You know, we got, there's tons of stuff back here.
We have this,
you know?
like John Morrison donated this. It looks brand new. It looks
Yep.
like it's not even worn.
But it was
It
ring-worn.
was. And we're not going to bully him
No.
to say, hey, we don't know that you have
This is the
worn
biggest
this.
thing right here. It's a hardcore title.
Yep.
Hardcore wrestling. And let me tell you something. Each and every one of those individuals that are signing this title.
Right.
This was a title that was actually owned by Hardcore Holly.
Yep.
And we were starting to do a collection of signatures because it was signed. They love the idea of it. And they're so gentle and they're so caring and they thank you with a smile.
Right. They have
smile
respect
up
for the fact that you
challenge.
respect their items.
You know, we have Samoa Joe. We have Liv Morgan's shirt, hat. This is Joe's towel. Bray Wyatt's hat. Bret Hart's glasses.
We have the New Day Pop shirt over here. And we have the El
Los
Matador.
Matadors.
Oh, Los Matadors.
Yes,
Why do I
yes.
think El Matador? Because we were with
Yes,
Tito. I'm sorry.
yes.
So Los Matadores outfit from Epico?
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
Epico. So that's pretty cool. And he's very, very big into the museum. He's very big into the Smile Up. He's
Yep.
choking a Smile Up for us. I believe he's on.
I'm not sure if
here.
he's on. I know Primo's
Oh,
on
no,
this. I'm not
Primo
sure
is
if
the
he
one
made
that's
this
on there.
poster. We do
But
have a couple of
he
different
has-
posters.
Yep, he
what we're
has
going to
taken
do
it,
right
so.
now, and we talked a lot about the Smile Up Challenge. We're going to show the first movement video. It kind of ties in everything, and it shows a bunch of Smile Up challenges. I hope you guys enjoy this.
too.
Take a quick look, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
My best friend gave me the best advice. He said each day's a gift and not a given right. Leave no stone unturned, leave your fears behind, and try to take the path less traveled by. That first step you take is the longest ride. If today was your last day and tomorrow was too late, could you say goodbye to yesterday? Would you live each moment like your last? Leave old pictures in the past. Donate every dime you have. If today was your last day, against the grain should be a way of life. What's worth the prize is always worth the fight. Every second counts, 'cause there's no second try. So live like you've never lived it twice. Don't take the free ride in your own life. If today was your last day and tomorrow was too late, could you say goodbye to yesterday? Would you live each moment like your last? Leave old pictures in the past. Donate every dime you have. And what you call those friends you've never seen? Reminisce on memories. Would you forgive your enemies? And would you find that one who breathed in us? Swear up and down to God above that you finally fall in love. If today was your last day, if today was your last day, would you make your mark by mending a broken heart? You know it's never too late to shoot for the stars, regardless of who you are. So do whatever it takes, 'cause you can't Would you say goodbye to yesterday? Or would you live each moment like your last? Leave old pictures in the past. Donate every dime you had. And would you call on friends you never seen? Reminisce on memories. Would you forgive your enemies? And would you find that one you dream of? Swear up and down to God above that you finally fall in love. If today was your last day.
So thank you guys very much for checking out that video. Again, thank you very much for tuning in to Free Preview.
We appreciate it.
Each month, we are going to do something different. And watch the Figures Are Us and Off the Ropes to find out what we're going to be doing next month. Times
I can't
and
wait
dates.
for next month. I know what's coming.
Times and dates will be on our website, theofficialwrestlingmuseum.com. We hope that you guys take into consideration what we talked about. If you want to
Please
talk into
don't
depth,
bully.
please reach out to us. Schools, fun, any type of funding events out there for the community. If you
Please
like us
let
to
us
come,
know.
we have no problem coming to you. We ain't looking for a payday. We volunteer our time doing this.
And like I said,
okay?
either contact us or
Yes.
let
And
them know
please,
to contact.
This Smile Up
so we can
Challenge, it's
contact
very
them.
simple. Spread more smiles than hate in the world. Smile with your thumb up. We can make this Hall of Fame movement happen. You always think Hall of Fame is the top of the line.
Yep.
Well, you want to put yourself there, make yourself feel good, become that. If not, if you don't need that, you just need your own pat on the back, let's do it up. Smile Up Challenge. Thank you guys very much for tuning in.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next month here on Free Preview.
Yeah.
And Off the Ropes at Figures Are Us. Check out theofficialwrestlingmuseum.com. Follow us, tweet us, do the hokey pokey around us. Thank you guys. Take
Come
that
find
challenge.
me. Bye, guys.